Hi guys and welcome back to the...
Sorry, I dropped it.
It's a really good start.
Group hug.
Okay, so a few weeks ago, a YouTuber called Jade Fox made a video about the race divide within the lesbian YouTuber community. Rosie and I watched that video as soon as someone linked us to it. I'd just like to say I appreciate your patience and the time that it's taken Rosie and I to respond to Jade without doing it in a white girl panic where it's reactive. We wanted to digest the things that Jade had said and the important valid points that she made in a way where we could actually implement change. I think it's very easy as a YouTuber to feel the need to respond quickly in a way that doesn't actually tackle issues.
From the moment we watched the video, we knew we were going to make a reaction video about it. We didn't stop thinking about it. Like literally on dog walks, I was making the video in my head, thinking about everything, talking about it all day, all night. It's a huge, important issue. We have a platform, and with that platform comes a responsibility. There are people listening and watching, and so we wanted to do our best to get it right. We were also a little bit scared to make the video. We didn't want to mess it up, and that's pressure. But equally, I think those are just excuses. If there's one thing I've learned from the Black Lives Matter movement, or one thing we've learned, it's that it's better to speak up and say something, even if you make a mistake, than to not try. It's so much better for us to use our platform than to just be like, oh, I'm too scared, I won't.
Right.
Because that's not good enough. I don't want to be not good enough anymore.
For me, I'm not speaking on behalf of any of the other white lesbian YouTubers, and I'm going to be honest because there's no point in making this video if I'm not 100% honest with you, and with myself. This movement has forced me to look inward, and I think I've gone my entire life saying I'm not racist, accepting that I haven't done enough. I have benefited from a system that pushes my content. I have lived a life of white privilege, and even though I am, I'd say, fairly educated about black oppression, I certainly wasn't as educated as I should have been. It's that realization that I wasn't as knowledgeable or aware of current issues today or doing enough to be anti-racist that brought on a lot of guilt and a lot of shame. And then we've had this discussion over the last week that guilt and shame,
they don't help.
They don't help anything.
And
but I will say that they are good to feel, because that means that you care, and B, you can actually convert that into something productive in order to make a difference.
I've been following Holiday Phillips on Instagram, and she was like, what's not being a good ally? Guilt. It's not helping anyone. You're not doing anything. But she was like, just do.
First of all, I just want to thank Jade for making this video. It was a really important video to make.
Also, she mentioned that she was the first person to speak about this, which is crazy.
There is a race divide within the lesbian YouTuber community.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No, Jade doesn't know why. I don't know why, but what we do know, we could be doing more to change it, and that's what this video is all about.
I don't want there to be a gap because I like making friends. So first and foremost, I would like to own the fact that when Rosie and I created a few rating videos where we rated lesbian YouTubers, we were in no way diverse.
And we were talking, like Jade said, about the same people over and over again.
The problem is we were only talking about white lesbian YouTubers. So I'd like to apologise for that first of all.
Yeah, we weren't thinking.
We weren't thinking
about being inclusive, and that's the problem.
I'm sorry that I didn't realise this before now.
Rose and I aren't predominantly a collaboration channel, and I think that's literally just because we're a couple, so we always have each other to make a video with and bounce off of. When we do videos like rating videos or videos where we discuss other lesbian YouTubers, I definitely think there's more we can do, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to be more inclusive. Also, Rose actually had the idea the other day, we wanted to add a new segment where we do like a creator spotlight, because we want to talk about other people. When we first did YouTube, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We weren't doing it for any money. It wasn't a business. I didn't know of any other lesbian YouTubers. I didn't care, and I didn't care as much about the lesbian community. I didn't care about anyone.
No, be truthful, Rosie. No. You didn't care about anything other than yourself.
I didn't care about the lesbian community because I didn't feel a part of it. Okay?
Oh, okay.
And this is way back when I'm talking about as a bisexual, and also where Rose and I grew up, there wasn't really a community. As our platform grew, I learned more.
Yeah.
We evolved. I learned more about the community, and I felt more and more a part of it, and
more responsible also. Don't you think?
And now I just feel sad and ashamed that there was this whole part of the community that I was
not involved with.
Missing out on. When Jade said it, there's a divide. Why? It's like, yeah, there is. And it's kind of always... It's just always been there since I started doing YouTube.
It wasn't something that I was consciously aware of, and I don't know if that makes it better or worse, but the fact is, it's there.
We were aware of it, but like not at the same time.
Yeah.
It's like we're blind to the problem, honestly, and that's where we're wrong.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. We're blind to it.
I think one of the hardest things and upsetting things for me, and it's something Brianne Williamson said in her video response to Jade, is that Rosie and I have always had the intent to create a really safe space within the LGBT online community, and also to really inspire true allies to be actively an ally, not just, oh, I don't mind, gay people, that's fine, but to actually
make them see us as people.
Exactly, in creating that safe space for us. I realised after watching Brianne talk about this, I haven't done that for the black community.
No.
I haven't done that.
No.
And I see that as a huge failing in me, and it's something I'm certainly going to change. We wanted to tell, not just to sit here and say, we plan to do this, this and this, and hopefully that will make change. No, we've really thought about this. So we have done a lot behind the scenes, not online, over the last 2 weeks to really change things where it matters. And by that, I mean brand campaigns, especially pride campaigns. Now, I'm not name dropping any brands here, but what I will say is that there was a considerably large brand. We didn't like their tagline. We thought it wasn't inclusive enough, and the messaging, despite the intent being right, the messaging was all wrong.
Yeah, I don't think they had bad intentions, but they got it wrong. We told them why it was wrong.
We did.
And then they said that they took it really seriously. They said that they had another meeting. They changed the tagline. They really took it on board. They're donating to loads of charities.
Right, so as a result, they completely changed their campaign. They picked a number of charities that were really good to donate a considerable amount of money to, and I'm very happy that our feedback caused that to happen. And this is the change we were talking about.
We've been obviously educating ourselves during the Black Lives Matter movement, learning so much about what it is to be anti-racist, to be an ally. And there's all this talk, and Jade mentioned it herself in a video, about being performative. It's difficult to get that balance because we have been doing stuff behind the scenes. We didn't want to come on and be like, hey everyone, look at all this stuff I did, and have you go, oh, you're amazing, well done, Rosie.
Right.
Because that's not the point.
Right.
Equally, we have a platform and a big audience, so I guess by retreating and doing inward work and outward work off of YouTube, I guess people are like, well, we want to know what you're doing because we're your audience and we want to know, we want to make sure that you're changing. We didn't want to come and be like, guys, look, we've done this now. Like, no. Education does take time in that overnight, I'm not going to have the answers. Brianne said this in her video, I might look back and be like, I still wasn't quite getting it right, but I'm on my way.
Now, it's taken Rosie 30 years to count to 10. Her education is taking a while, but so is mine. I
do want to change. I genuinely am excited to change. I'm excited to take on board what Jade said and just learn more and be better.
And can I just say, Jade didn't blame any one creator for this problem.
What I liked about Jade's video is she said, there was so much information. This is why I had to make notes. I made 3 pages of notes, guys. Jade wasn't making this video putting the blame on any one person and saying, you created this divide. Jade was like, I don't know why it is, but the point is, she was like, you need to do better and tackle it.
Right.
You need to close the gap, and you just need to be better.
And also there's a responsibility because we as creators are very fortunate to have a sizable platform and we can reach a lot of people, and we have always strived to reach those people with the right messaging.
After I watched Jade's video, I went and watched Brianne Williamson's video, and that made me worry as well because she did it so quickly and she was so articulate.
Yeah.
And she put into words, she voiced all our feelings, everything I wanted to say.
She certainly did.
And then I was like, oh great, we're going to make this video and we're not going to say it as well. And I was like, it looked like we're copying, because she said everything that I feel, literally.
Sorry, Brianne? We got off script.
All I can do is sit here and tell you from the heart that genuinely, my intentions are good. we're going to do even better. We're having ideas. We're putting things in place. What's amazing about this whole movement is it's made us look inwards, and it's not just any ingrained racism or anything like that I'm acknowledging. I'm noticing other things, like, for example, I need to stop hating men. Like,
I get too carried away.
I've had experiences in my life.
You're right.
In my life that I've generalized all men.
Yeah.
And I need to stop that as well.
Yeah.
So I just feel like this video, if we can have a message from it, I feel like I want it to be hopeful, because we have every intention to change a lot of different things.
Yeah.
We're doing so much work, soul searching, genuinely looking within ourselves, not just race, but do we hold ingrained biases, and why?
One thing we took from Jade's video was the fact that Pride was started by Black and Latina women. And white queer creators profit more from Pride campaigns than Black queer creators, and that's,
which is wrong.
And that's not right.
Right.
Every year, Rosie and I bring out a new merch collection, and this year we have a Pride range. Now, what we have decided to do this year is donate a portion of the profits to the Martha P. Johnson Institute, because Martha started Pride, and that's something Rosie and I would love your help to donate to. Also, Rosie and I discussed about turning ads off of this video, and we thought no, because that doesn't actually help anyone. So 100% of the AdSense from this video is also going to be donated to the Martha P. Johnson Institute.
So if you haven't already watched Jade Fox's video, there's a link below, go check it out. I also recommend, especially if you're a white person, to check out Brianne Williamson's video, because I just found it very helpful, very educational, very informative. I also want you to check out Holiday Phillips's Instagram, because again, she's really educational. What I like about Holiday is she's so constructive. She's just a loving, kind person. She does like healing meditations, group healing meditations and stuff like that. Again, we just really want to thank Jade for making this video. It's almost, now Jade's made it, unbelievable that we haven't talked about it before, that nobody's talked about it before.
Yeah, I agree.
It's crazy. But speaking on behalf of ourselves, I'm sure other creators are feeling the same way. We want to make change.
We really want to implement long-lasting change.
Yeah.
We didn't want to just make a video very quickly, very flippantly, in a panic. Without really considering what can we do? What can we actually do to going forward to change this?
Yeah.
And I think we've got some really great ideas. We have the Creator Spotlight segment and gay news. I love that.
Yeah.
We're going to be donating through our own merch Pride range to Martha P. Johnson Institute. We're going to be just viewing more content in general.
I read during the Black Lives Matter movement, it was like, don't just quickly follow someone and then you don't relate to their content, and so it's not going to be a long-lasting thing. You'll end up unfollowing them.
Yeah.
It was like, take your time and make right choices.
Yeah, who do you like?
Who do you like?
What content speaks to you?
This obviously is the most important thing, the race divide, race issues, but equally, there's some other things as well that I want to change, that I'm like, oh, okay.
Makeup.
I just want to mention at the end of this video, please don't judge my hands. This is hay fever.
What's wrong with your hands?
Thank you again to Jade for making the video, which sparked all of this. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye!